Have you ever agreed to something you didn't want to do, then later wondered, why did I say yes? Or maybe someone made you feel guilty without ever directly asking for anything. Maybe you've done it too. A silent treatment, a guilt trip, a carefully chosen compliment, a dramatic reaction, not because you're a bad person, but because you're human. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Manipulation isn't something only unhealthy people do. It's something almost all humans do. The real question is, why? And by the end of this video, you'll discover why manipulation often has less to do with power and more to do with fear, vulnerability, and human nature itself. Most people think manipulation is about power, but psychology suggests something much deeper. Many manipulative behaviors aren't driven by cruelty. They're driven by fear. Fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, fear of losing status, fear of not getting needs met. And once you understand the hidden forces behind manipulation, you begin seeing it everywhere. In relationships, at work, in families, on social media, even inside yourself. But first, let's understand why this matters more than most people realize. Manipulation affects almost every human relationship. Friendships, families, workplaces, everyday people influence each other, and influence itself isn't bad. Human society depends on influence. The problem begins when influence becomes hidden, when honesty is replaced by emotional pressure, when communication becomes control, because manipulation slowly erodes trust. And once trust begins to disappear, everything else becomes harder. Imagine this situation. A partner says, "It's okay, do whatever you want," but their tone says the opposite. You immediately feel guilty. Suddenly, you're changing your plans. Or maybe a parent says, "After everything I've done for you," and instantly guilt takes over. Or maybe someone posts a vague emotional message online, not because they want solutions, but because they hope one specific person notices. Notice something important. No direct demand was made, yet behavior changed. That's the power of emotional influence. And often, the person doing it may not even realize they're manipulating, because many manipulative habits are learned unconsciously. For most of human history, survival depended on belonging. Our brains evolved to become highly sensitive to social approval and rejection. Psychologists often describe manipulation as an indirect strategy for getting needs met. Instead of saying, "I need attention," someone creates guilt. Instead of saying, "I'm afraid you'll leave," someone becomes controlling. Instead of saying, "I feel insecure," someone becomes critical. The behavior may look like power, but underneath, there is often vulnerability, fear hiding behind control. Have you ever stayed silent, hoping someone would feel guilty? Given someone the cold shoulder, hoping they would change? If so, you're not alone. The goal isn't shame. The goal is awareness. Manipulation is often a communication problem. Vulnerability feels dangerous. Choice is between indirect control or direct honesty. Awareness is where change begins. So what can we do? Start by becoming curious. When someone manipulates you, ask yourself, what emotion might be underneath this? Fear, insecurity, need for validation, need for control. Boundaries still matter, but understanding the psychology helps you respond more wisely. And when you catch yourself manipulating others, pause. Ask 3 simple questions. What am I feeling? What do I need? Can I ask for it directly? These 3 questions can prevent countless misunderstandings because people can respond to honesty. They can only react to manipulation. Understanding people doesn't make you weaker, it makes you wiser. And sometimes, one new perspective can completely change a relationship. This is Beyond Adisha, exploring the psychology behind who we are and why we do what we do. Think about it. What is the most common form of manipulation you've experienced or noticed in yourself? This video is for educational purposes only and does not replace professional mental health advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If manipulation, abuse, or relationship difficulties are causing significant distress, consider speaking with a qualified mental health professional. The most dangerous manipulation is the one we don't notice in ourselves.